All right. I'm gonna sit up here because it's convenient. For those of you who do not know, my name is Mike Greco. I am 20 years old. I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. My mom is Kathy Ferguson. My dad's name is Tony Greco. He still lives in Florida. I didn't have a bad life in Florida. I'm going to sit here and talk about me for a little while, bore you guys, and you're going to get over it? No, I'm joking. Seriously though, I want to talk about me and my walk and how I got to the place I am now, because I was not anywhere close to what I am now. Not saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not by any means, but anyway. For me, I can't remember a lot of my childhood. A lot of stuff is repressed, and I don't know why. A lot of elementary school, I do not remember. I don't know what happened. And either my mom or my dad will tell me, hey, do you remember when you did so-and-so and you did this and that? And I was like, no, I didn't. I don't remember doing any of that. They were like, yeah, man, you were crazy. I have anger issues, a lot of anger issues. For those who are close to me, they know that very well.
Yep.
You're better though.
For me, it started around 8 or 9 when my parents got divorced. I don't remember what grade that is. It's one of the lower ones. And I feel like that's what really started my anger issues, and it got to the point where one time in class, I think it was around 3rd grade or so, this kid kept making fun of me because I'm a big guy, always have been. And I told him, I said, if you make fun of me one more time today, I'm going to bring a knife tomorrow and stab you. And he made fun of me, and I brought a knife and attempted to stab him. But the teacher stopped me. Good. Moving forward, I went into counseling and all that, and it helped a little bit. Not much, but it helped. I didn't want to stab people anymore. Moving forward to moving forward to 5th grade. 5th grade, Mom and I made the venture to move here to North Carolina. I went to, Franklinville Elementary for a few months. And due to custody things, I moved back with my dad a few months later. So you can only imagine leaving all of your friends that you have in school right now, all your friends that you know, to go to another state and make new friends, and then have to leave those friends to go back. It was great. No, it was not. It was awful. So I lived with my dad because he had custody of me from the divorce, but I still kept in contact with Mom, and I went and I came up here for summer vacations for about 3 years. And summer was fun. I mean, you're out of school, you're in another state, you're with your mom that you don't see forever. It's pretty cool. But when I went back, moving forward to 6th grade in middle school, this is throughout all of middle school, I had what I thought were friends, and they were not friends. These people influenced me to steal from anything, anywhere, anything I wanted, I can have it, period. Whether Johnny just got a new bike down the street and I liked it, and I could just respray paint it. And we did that several times. With bikes, with scooters, the little Razor scooters that everyone had as a kid. I personally did not do drugs. I had the opportunities. I was around marijuana, I was around crack cocaine, some of my friends did heroin, some of my friends smoked cigarettes, and thank God I didn't do any of that because I'd probably still be on it today. That is a blessing within itself. And when I say all my friends, I mean all of my friends, period. They dealt drugs, they got drugs, and they did drugs right in front of me and offered me to do it, but I was too chicken at the time, and I'm glad I was. Period. All throughout middle school, and into high school a little bit, I was atheist. I told my mom straight to her face that there is no God, that her ideas of God are stupid, and that I will never believe in God, ever. And it made her cry. I remember that. It was one summer, and I think it was 8th grade going into 9th grade, something like that. Well, in 2008, for me to stay here, my dad had to write a letter to give to the judge or the court or whoever. I don't remember exactly what the letter went to, but he had to give a letter of consent for me to live here in North Carolina with my mom legally. And all through middle school, I would fight him about it. And in the end of 8th grade, so it was summer going into 9th grade, I called my dad towards the end of the summer and said, look, if you don't let me stay, I will disown you. I will never call you Dad again. You will be Tony for the rest of my life, and I don't love you if you don't let me stay. That's pretty harsh to say to your dad. But needless to say, he let me stay. He wrote the letter, and the things are reversed now. In high school, I would stay here, and I went to Asheboro High School, and then in the summertime, I would go see my dad in Florida. But needless to say, starting a new school again, but because every year, basically, I was in a new school. I didn't stay at the same school for 2 years, ever. But except for Asheboro High School when I moved up here. In 9th grade, I started Asheboro High School, and I didn't know anybody. I was very much so shy, very much so an outsider, very lonely, very depressed. And then I met some of the friends that I have now. Kalen, who is not here tonight because he has to work. Kalen was one of the first people I met, and me and him are still as close as we were when we first met. I met Hunter, Mr. Root. I didn't like Hunter.
Yeah, you did. Don't let him fool you.
I didn't like Hunter at first. This man didn't know me, but for maybe 2 weeks, and came up to me and flicked me right in the ear. Bah! Hard.
It was good fun.
What Hunter didn't know is that I just came from all of this, and I still have anger issues and got in fights throughout all of middle school. And the only reason I did not fight Hunter is because I'm in a new place and I was trying to start over.
Thank you for not punching me.
You're welcome. But, you can see that we're good friends now.
No, no.
I mean, maybe. But after I met some friends, after I met Hunter and Kalen, Hunter and I didn't really become close until maybe 10th, 11th grade, but me and Kalen always were close from the start. I felt better. I gained a little confidence, a little self-esteem. Wasn't so much of an outsider anymore. Also in 9th grade, I started playing guitar. That's when all of this started, and I was awful. It was absolutely terrible. I would bring my guitar to school and play in class, and the teachers were like, "Hey, I'm gonna take your guitar," and I was like, "Hey, no, you're not."
I want to fool you. It was awesome.
Through music, that is how I vent a lot of my anger now. I still am an angry person. I just deal with it differently than I used to. I used to lash out at people. I used to threaten people, like, you want to go? You want to go, bro? We'll go right now, in front of all these people. I don't care. Let's go. But now, whatever I'm feeling, I can go to the guitar and force it out. If I'm in a depressed mood, I'll play a slow song. If I'm in a happy mood or an exciting mood, I'll play like a really heavy, fast song. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Through this and through music, I can vent myself that way. Also, this is before I became a Christian too. I want to say towards the end of 10th grade is when I met Caleb.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's what we officially met around the holiday, but I think I might have honestly, especially before that, is one of one of the days in the old gym, I think you might have had your guitar and playing like a Linkin Park song, but I didn't know the name of it, so I asked you, and you said, like, Indiana, you're kind of irritated.
It's in the end, man. Come on. Gosh. Jeez, Caleb. But anyway, I became good friends with Caleb and, his whole family. And, Caleb's like, oh, okay, you guys want to come over? Whatever, cool. And me and Kaylin went over there, and we went into what we thought was Caleb's room. And we're sitting there playing the game, We're like, hey, what's up? Beating each other up, playing like UFC or whatever. I don't know what it was. But, and then Josh walks in the room and goes, hey, what are you doing in my room? And Caleb didn't tell us he had a brother. So we're like, who is this? And if any of you know Josh, you can only imagine. But Caleb, we had a few classes and we got to talk and we became better friends, and he invited me to church here. And I met Frankie and all that happens. God worked through me here at C4. God has used my musical abilities to praise Him, to give glory to Him, because it's not for me, it's not for you, it's for God, it's for Jesus. The reason I'm up here, I'm not up here to get an attaboy. I'm not up here to get a pat on the back. I appreciate it. It does feel good, but it is not for me. Whether I sound bad or not up here, it doesn't matter. Whether I sound good up here doesn't matter. It's not for you, it's not for me, it's not for Frankie, it's not for anybody, it's for Jesus. I've been very blessed with the people that are around me and the choices that I did make in high school, because a lot of people will screw you over. A lot of people. Let me paint this picture for you. Since 9th grade, we have had no car, no cable, no internet, and no phone. And y'all complain if your phone gets taken away for a week. Or the power goes out and you don't have cable. Or the internet's slow. Imagine. And I have homework to do. I'm in high school. I'm in college. I'm just now starting to break through this stuff because I have a job. You gotta work for things in life, And it's just, it floors me, the gall that some kids have. I'm talking 9-year-old kids. I want the iPhone 5S that has, 64 gigabytes. You're 9.
You got it. You should see Starbucks kids.
You know what I had? Towards 9th grade or 10th grade, we got an Obama phone. And by an Obama phone, I mean those government phones that you people see on commercials that say, hey, here's TracFone, you get 250 minutes a month. And that's it. And 250 minutes, it takes a minute as soon as somebody picks up the phone, and it costs a minute to send a text and costs a minute to read it. No internet, no unlimited data, no unlimited text, no unlimited calling. Very, very, very limited. And I made it last. And I was blessed for that. Because if that didn't exist, I wouldn't have had a phone at all. Ever. Until I got a job. Also with self-esteem in high school, girls. I mean, a lot. That explains everything I was about to say. I thought throughout high school, if I didn't have a girlfriend, it's because I'm ugly, or I'm not good enough, or I'm just not good enough to be with this girl. I'm just not good enough for her to want to go out with me. And now it's like, who cares? If she doesn't like it, her loss. Because look at this. But I have come to realize, and this is for everybody, whether you're a girl or a boy, and you're trying to find a man or you're trying to find a woman, respectively to the opposite sex. You need to find somebody who puts God before you. Period. I know for me, when I find a woman, I need to find a woman who is independent. Not completely independent. I do like, all that stuff, but don't twist it. Don't twist it. But I need a girl that can keep me on track. Because I'm not perfect. I may get up here and I may sing these songs and you guys may think I have it all together, but you have no idea. Just because I'm on this stage does not make me any better or any worse than any one of you in this room. Don't think otherwise. Don't ever think someone is better than you. Don't ever think just because someone called you names that you are that name, that you are that thing. You are yourself, and you are in Jesus. And Jesus is in you. Hopefully. If you have Jesus, what else do you need? Answer me.
Amen. Right. I think that's something to...
And I don't know if you're giving you advice, and I need to take my own advice sometimes. Now, this song, what it used to mean to me, nothing else matters, is I am who I am, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. Because a lot of the, at the end of every verse, and nothing else matters, and nothing else matters, and nothing else matters. Because I am who I am, and if you don't like it, I don't care. And that can work in some kind of a way, I suppose. But that's not the right mentality. Let's look at this first verse. It says, so close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more. From the heart, forever trust in who we are, and nothing else matters. That sounds good and dandy, but let's break it down. Forever trust in who we are. We cannot trust ourselves. That is why we are Christians. That is why Jesus died on the cross for us to put our faith in Him, our trust in Him.
Absolutely.
We no longer trust in ourselves. We are a new creation. We trust in God. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Let me get to it. It says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. The old has passed away. The new has come. Stop holding on to your crap. That goes for me too. Next verse. Never open myself this way. Life is ours. We live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Life is ours, and we live it our way. How false of a statement. You can choose. You have free will. But life is not yours. Life is a gift. You did not earn your life. I did not earn my life. We like to hold on to the past. We want to live for Christ, but we still hold on to sin. Why? Because it feels good. That's why. We still just, okay, Jesus, I'll do this for you, but let me go look at some pornography. Yeah, Jesus, I'll do this for you, but I really, I want to move in with my boyfriend. Yeah, Jesus, I'll do this for you, but I still want to cuss and say all that garbage. I want to sleep around with everybody that I can. I want to make as many babies as I can and get on those stupid judge shows that you see. You are not the Father. And then people are crying, acting like they're surprised. God wants us to be hot or He wants us to be cold. You cannot be lukewarm. You cannot straddle the fence. Pick a side. Because if you are lukewarm, you're going nowhere. You are not going forward where you need to be going. 2 Corinthians 5:15. And He died for all, that those who live might no longer live for themselves, but for Him who their sake died and was raised. He died for us, guys. He died for us, the perfect sacrifice. Perfect in every way. Man in every way. God in every way. Perfect for us. for us, for me, for all that I've done in my life so far. I'm only 20 years old and I can already go to hell right now. It's the relationship. It's what they try and say all out here. You know, Pastor Tim talked last Wednesday. I don't know if you guys, was last Wednesday the skating rink thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Pastor Tim talked about just because he's a preacher, people think that he's going to heaven just because he's a preacher. How ridiculous. Next verse. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new, open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters. Excuse me. This verse is where it turns around for me now. The first two is like we're living for ourselves, and this verse is when we turn to God and say, okay, I'm going to trust you now. My life is no longer my life, never was my life. I trust in you and only you. Every day is something new for us. Every day with Christ is something new. Every day you can lead someone to God. Every single day. There is at least one person that you come in contact with, that you can have a conversation and say, hey, can I pray over you? Someone's upset at school. Someone's upset at work. Hey, can I pray over you? I see that you're upset and I would like to pray over you. And they might say, you know, they might reject you, completely reject you. Don't feel bad. You did your part. You cannot force someone into Christ. We can't lead someone to Christ anyway. Christ is in the person. We have nothing to do with it. We started, and then the seed is planted. But that's it. We cannot credit ourselves for that. Don't get it mistaken. But every day is something new for us. Every day we can step forward instead of backwards. I heard this on Family Guy, of all shows. It said, this is concerning prayer, but you can say it for trust too. What's the point of praying to God? What's the point of trusting God if all you're going to do is wipe your butt with his answers? Open mind for a different view. Maybe you're looking at things and saying, this will never work. This ain't going to work. Maybe from your point of view, it's not going to work. God knows everything. God knows how it's going to work out. God knows where you're going to end up. You have no control over that. Whether you have all the free will, you have all the free will you want, but it's still the same road. You're just on different paths. But if you don't have a relationship, you need to get one soon. You need to get right. Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. What we know is not everything. We know absolutely jack. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. All you have to do is trust him, guys. All you have to do is trust him. Whether you're poor, whether you didn't have a phone, whether you don't have internet or a car, whether you have a sucky job or you had a sucky day in school, all you have to do is trust him. God has bigger plans for all of us. Open your mind for new possibilities and listen for God. Listen for him. And this little bridge says, never cared for what they do, never cared for what they know, but I know. If you're a Christian and you truly believe what you believe, and somebody is trying to bring you down in your belief, why do you care? You know what the truth is. Why should we care? We should care about their soul. We don't want anybody to go to hell. That is not a wish for any of us. It shouldn't be a wish for any of us. But why should we care about other people's opinions? Because their opinion does not matter. even now, even me, you know, people's opinions, what certain people think about me, you know, even still with women, I'm still, you know, trying to work on that. You know, what people think of me when they see me. What do they see when they see Mike? Do they see Jesus? Probably not. Why? That's what we all need to work on. And, you know, I thank God for this youth group. I thank God for C4. I thank God for my friends and my family and all the positive people in my life. I thank God for sending His Son to die for me and for you and for everybody else on this planet. That's all I got, guys.